I think this year conference was an add-on to what took place last year. Last year was 10 to this year we add a little 5 or 6 extra to it, so we just growing. You don't want. I think when you do something like this, you look into improve, and I think this year that's what we did. We saw the number of speakers that came out, the quality of the speakers that came out. I mean, the audience that was here. I was really impressed with the local audience, the number of local persons that participated. The international audience is always good, but when you get that local presence, it makes you feel like, wow, I have done something right. And I think that's what really impressed me with this conference this year. That's what made the difference, actually. And at the end of the day, you tend to ask, what do you think? And I did that with some international guests, but I mostly did it with the local persons. And to hear them say, man, top. It made me feel really good. So I think that was the highlight of my 2 days here at this conference. Not to take away anything from the speakers, but just to hear the persons who attended locally said, it was a great conference.
After all, if you're doing a sustainable conference for the locals, then the locals have to be involved, must they not?
Definitely. Actually, that's one of our motto. When we go, we have interviews on the local television channel. We let the folks know this is not the tourist office, this is not us. We are not doing it for we are doing it for you, the people. And without you, it cannot happen, it cannot work. And sustainability, it just simply means, to maintain, to preserve, to continue. And what are we continuing? We are continuing Statia. So who is Statia? Statia is nothing but the people. So the people in Statia, if you are into sustaining, maintaining, or preserving what you have, then this is the conference for you. And I think they showed that in numbers this year.
What's the one key thing you would say that came out of that conference that sticks with you, that you can work with from here to help with that whole sustainability of Statia?
I think one of the main thing that came out is that, it gave me the good feeling to move forward for the people of Statia. Because many times you go in, and a small island like ours, you go into a job like mine, for example, as director of tourism, and there's so many different angles that you can take with that job. But when you get in there and you see the presence of the people, I'm still going to stay to the people, Johnson. When you see the people come out in numbers, it makes, matter of fact, I was about to take a week off next week, but I'm not going to do that. Because I have that drive, that motivation, that fire in me right now because of the presence of the people here, and to hear them keep saying, keep up the good work, this is good, this is a great conference. It makes me want to really get out there and get those results and really get it to the people and get back on the radio and get back on the TV and tell the people what we have experienced here. So my goal, my drive, what I really take from this is to continue beating that drum. As I've always said, to me it's a dance. If there's music, I will move. If there's no music, I'm going to stand still. And this is what it is. You keep beating that drum, and if you beat that drum, people are going to dance. From the time you stop beating that drum, then the party's over. And I'm going to keep beating that drum. And that's what the people told me to do at this particular conference. And I'm talking about my local people.
You talked a little bit about CTO's role in all of that and what CTO means to Statia. Tell us that.
One of the things with CTO, Johnson, is that I see CTO as the big brother of the Caribbean. Why I say that? Maybe you can even call it the mama of the Caribbean, because you have all these children, 32 different countries that are a member of CTO, which means we are 32 different brothers that are back under mama. At the end of the day, mama's going to bring us together. But if you, as the bad boy out there, tend to get involved or mess with one of mama's children, she's going to come after you. And that's what I think CTO is. CTO is the long arm of the law for the Caribbean destinations in the tourism sector. We have to make sure that we maintain that and we keep that. If it wasn't, I'm not going to say this right now, if it wasn't for CTO, I don't think we could have pulled off this conference and last year's conference the way we did. Because my colleague, Maya Leon, she attends the conference, the Sustainable Conference of CTO every year. We went there and we mimic what CTO did at their conference. Came back and we asked to get Johnson John Rose, for example, to come out here and assist us. We asked for help via CTO complete, and there was no particular moment or minute that it was said we can't do it. It was like, no problem, Charles, we'll get that person to you. Okay, do you need this person? Yeah, we'll get that to you. And the information that was flowing from CTO, it really tells me that, this is the right organization for the Caribbean. But we, as the Caribbean destination, need to make sure that we utilize it and just see what we need. Just see what we need, because if it's not there, then they will put it in place. But if we don't talk, and it's just like, that's why I said it's Big Mama. If we don't tell Big Mama what we need, Big Mama will never have it. She'll continue giving you what she is a customer giving you. So you need to talk and speak up and let CTO know, hey, this is what I'm looking for as a destination. My needs on Statia is not the same needs as, a Bonaire, for example. But guess what? If Bonaire is using it, maybe I can modify it. And it's the same thing for this conference, for example. CTO does a sustainable conference, and it's a major conference. Look what we are doing.